Most people believe that their personality is who they are. I'm an anxious person. I'm not good with money. I'm an introvert. I always sabotage the relationships that I find myself in. But what if I told you something uncomfortable? Your personality is not who you are. Your personality is the program. And like every program, it was installed. And it wasn't installed by you. It was installed by your environment, your experiences, your emotional memories, and the unconscious patterns you have been running since childhood. But I want you to slow down for a moment and really look at this because your personality is a program. That means two things. The first one, it explains why people feel stuck. And second, it means your identity can be rewritten. But to understand this, we have to look at how the program was built in the first place. Because when you were born, all you had was your nervous system and your awareness. But you didn't have any beliefs about yourself yet. You didn't think things like, I'm not confident. I'm bad in relationships. I struggle with money. Those ideas came later. Your brain started observing the world and it watched how people treated you. It watched how your parents reacted to stress. It watched what was rewarded and what was punished. And slowly, your brain began building patterns. For example, if you spoke up and people laughed at you, your brain stored that emotional memory. And next time you said something, your nervous system remembered the pain. So it was programmed and it was updated. Speaking up meant that it was dangerous. People were going to laugh at you. Now multiply that process by 1,000 experiences. Moments of embarrassment, moments of rejection, moments of fear, moments of validation. Because every emotional experience became a line of code in your personality and you are running it every single day. And here is where it gets interesting. Because the brain doesn't care if the program is accurate or not. It only cares if the program is familiar. Your nervous system loves familiarity, not happiness, not success. It loves the familiar. So if your nervous system grew up around chaos, peace can actually feel uncomfortable for you. If you grow up around financial struggle, wealth can feel unsafe. If you experience emotional rejection, healthy love is going to feel suspicious to you. It's going to feel like someone is trying to trick you into giving them what they want and compromising yourself. Because your body becomes addicted to emotional patterns that it learned years ago. This is why people repeat the same cycles, the same arguments, the same type of partners, the same financial mistakes, and the same self-sabotage patterns that they keep running. And it's not because you're stupid. It's because you are running the same program. A program designed to keep you emotionally inconsistent with the past. Your personality is the combination of three things: your thoughts, emotional baseline, and your behavior. Together, those three things create what people call you. But when you really observe yourself closely, something really strange starts to happen. You begin to notice that most of your thoughts are running automatically. They appear without you choosing them at all. Your emotional reactions are also automatic. Someone says something, for example, and the feeling appears. You immediately get triggered. And your behavior often is also automatic. You reach for your phone. You procrastinate. You react defensively before even realizing what is going on. And that right there, my friend, is the program. A personality program running in the background without your awareness. Now, here's where most people never question their reality. If your personality is made of thoughts, emotion, and behaviors, and your life is made up of the results you created, then your personality is literally producing your life. Your personality creates your personal reality. Think about that for a moment. Your habits create your action. Your action creates the results. Your results reinforce the beliefs, and those beliefs strengthen the personality, which then repeats the same habit over and over again. You are literally trapped inside of a loop. This is why people try to change their life, but nothing really happens. They try to force new outcomes while running the same personality program. It's literally impossible. You cannot change that way. But reality doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you are being. And if your personality stays the same, the results are going to stay the same. This is why transformation is not about motivation. It's about reprogramming your mind and your behavior. And this is where most people typically get stuck, because they try to change behavior without changing the identity. They try to wake up early, go to the gym, start a new business, speak more confidently, but internally, the personality is programmed and is still running. I'm not disciplined. I always quit. I'm not that type of person. So eventually, the program wins and you cannot defeat the program. It's like fighting the final boss in a video game. It's very hard. And then you return to the familiar version of yourself because you couldn't beat the final boss. But here's the powerful part. If personality is a program, that means it can be rewritten, but not by thinking alone. The program can be rewritten through repetition and emotional experiences. Your brain rewires through two mechanisms: attention and emotion. Whatever you repeatedly think about with strong emotion becomes familiar to the nervous system. And whatever becomes familiar becomes identity. This is why people who constantly rehearse their past, they keep repeating it because that's what they've known. They keep remembering the same failures, the same betrayals, the same fears. They relive the same emotions over and over and over again. So guess what? The brain keeps strengthening the old program. But the moment you begin rehearsing a new identity, something interesting is going to start happening in your life. Your nervous system is going to slow down and is going to begin recognizing a new emotional baseline. Instead of rehearsing anxiety, instead you are going to rehearse calm. Instead of rehearsing self-doubt, you're going to have certainty. And instead of rehearsing the old story, you begin installing a new one. And here's the key. You cannot install a new identity while emotionally living in the past. You have to become aware of the program while it's still running. That moment when you realize the reaction, the defensiveness, the fear, the self-doubt, that moment of awareness is the most powerful one for transformation. Because in that moment, you are no longer the program. You are observing the program. And the observer is the only part of you that can change the code for that program. This is where real transformation typically begins for most people. Because you are not forcing positivity. You're not pretending everything is perfect when it's not. But by seeing clearly that what you call your personality is simply a collection of patterns that you learn, patterns that you repeated, and patterns that became automatic, and anything that you learn can be unlearned. Anything that is programmed can be unprogrammed. So your personality is not your prison. It's your current software. Think of it like that. And this software can be updated. But to update the program, you have to ask yourself some really difficult questions. If your current personality created this life that you are experiencing today, then the question could be, what kind of personality would I have to create to get what I want? What would that version of me think on a daily basis? Or maybe how would that version of me regulate their emotions? How would they walk into a room? Are they going to be afraid? Are they going to be confident when they walk in? How would they manage stress? Would it destroy them completely and be able to paralyze them completely or not? And finally, how would they treat their time? Because currently maybe you are just wasting it. Maybe you're not doing anything with it. You're scrolling social media and wasting your time. Because the truth is, you don't get a new life by wishing different circumstances. You get a new life by becoming a different personality. And the moment you understand that, you stop trying to change the world first and you start working on yourself to rewire the program that you have been running inside. And when that program changes, the reality it produces begins to change with it. So hopefully this helps you, and don't forget to spread the love.